Today is November 17th, 2021, 6:40 p.m. I wanted to be prepared to do this reading and throw my cards. I felt troubled in my spirit when I heard about Young Dolph and him being murdered outside of a local cookie store in Tennessee, where he's from. But I feel really compelled right now, really deeply saddened. My heart goes out for his loved ones, his supporters, his family. By any means, this is, alleged. I'm a spiritualist, medium, psychic, and I'm just picking up on really strong vibrations. Young Dolph wants the world to know that he's a G, and that he didn't even realize he was dead when it happened. It's a long process, but he acknowledges it, and he feels like he has done everything it is that he has wanted to do. He says that he has lived his life to the fullest, like a real G. He wants the notoriety and respect on his name. He wants to send love to his followers, to his fans, to his supporters. He doesn't want anyone to think of him as weak, as deceased, as dead, as low, as sad, as depressed. He says he's a warrior, he's a soldier, he's ready for it. He says he wakes up and he prepares for death because the cloth that he's been cut from, that's just the way that you have to G up. And it's so weird because I normally do. I'm not laughing at the situation. I normally don't talk like this, but I feel his spirit. So this is how his spirit is talking to me. This is the energy. This is how I'm envisioning it. This is how it's coming over. It's coming very strongly. He's coming quick. He's very powerful. His ancestors walk with him, and this is his attitude. His attitude is that he doesn't give a fuck. He's not scared. He's not weak. He is not a coward. He says that his enemies know who they are, and they will be served in terms of karma, justice. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he knows exactly who it is. So for now, because it's going to be so controversial, there's a certain moral code. I want to say ethical, but the way that my energy in terms of how I live my life, it's not ethical. It's not to be understood by those who do not come up in this particular lifestyle. He says that even though he has glamorized and he has his specific persona for his rap career, he understands the business to it, but he wants the world to know that he is a descendant of the streets. He was raised, he was born. A lot of this has to do with the code of the street, okay? The code of the streets in terms of how he operates and his business and kind of like his clique or his following or his preachings in terms of how to survive, okay? So that is the situation, but it doesn't need to be blown up. It doesn't need to be. There's going to be a lot of talks and a lot of blogs and a lot of different theories in terms of what exactly happened, who they are. People who love him and who feel compelled by his music are going to really want someone to be held accountable. He says not to get too tangled up in the whereabouts of that. That is going to play itself out on a natural course. There's a lot of women, especially older women, older ancestors. They're very strong, okay? Strong as in spiritually. They protect his descendants, his children, his family members. He was always, he fulfilled his destiny in this lifetime. He was sent here for a purpose, for being a leader and empowering others, and to show how you can be a product of your environment, but how you can overturn that and how you can maneuver that and really make it fruitful for yourself. Something he wishes he did a little bit more was kind of be vulnerable and share his fight and things that he's been through and the healing of that. He wishes that there was more enlightenment with that. But that will come out in the near future with his family and his legacy. He's a king. He's such a power play for the hip hop and rap industry, especially in today's generation, in terms of his skill and what he did and what he didn't do. And it just really shows that you can be what you want to be and really fight for it and do it the way that you want to do it. So he's kind of an oddball in terms of really coordinating that and really evolving and having the confidence and the right type of confidence to be successful in today's time. So in his own right, he almost created something that he wasn't even quite aware of in terms of his footsteps and his following and how to be true to yourself and do the things that you want to do. He comes in as kind of in and out. So this is a person that hasn't quite crossed over. He's the round that he's in, he was kind of in shock. But yeah, he didn't even realize he was dead. He says, I got up. I don't know if he was in the middle of his order. I don't know if he received his order, but he's like, I got up and my cookies fell. Like he's like explaining how he was feeling during the exact time. I don't have the details. I don't want to, I just don't want to disrespect or for anyone to use this as a replacement for legal, factual things. But this is wholeheartedly how I feel. This is what's coming through. But yeah, he said he even tried to get in his car and drive. He thought he was just really high until he realized the paramedics coming for his body. So he's not in pain, but he's just really seeking out his loved ones right now. So they're going to feel his energy really, really strongly. He wants to make sure that they're okay because he has a lot of people that he looks out for, a lot of people who are going to be who are hurting right now. So he's trying his best to kind of, I don't know the right word for it, like engulf their aura and their space with his energy so they can feel comfort and feel safe the best way he knows how. So if anyone is thinking about this or feels moved about this, candles, white candles, just prayers of positivity. He doesn't want anyone to think of vengeance or anything like that. Just focus on the bigger picture and focus on the positive things that he has done. And that will help lift him to a higher level spiritually. And when the time comes, he will be able to cross in to the light. But this is his ancestral. This is his due diligence. This is he has fulfilled his life purposes and his destiny. This is very powerful. He will start his legacy from here. It's not over. He just feels very saddened for his loved ones right now. He hurts in terms of who he's left behind because there's things that he feels like is not done. But he's telling me that for his family and who they are, they know exactly what to do. He has kind of like, for the type of lifestyle that he lives and for who he is, he kind of has like a plan A, plan B, plan Z, backup plan. So his immediate family and friends, they already know how to move. They already know, they're already set up. It's already taken care of. But the thing that he feels about is the emotional. He wishes he was here in the physical. Like he wouldn't have guessed that it would be this time. But for who he is, for what he does, it's kind of like he has to wake up and it's always go time. But he doesn't want this to hinder his children, his loved ones, his family. He doesn't want them to get weak. He wants them to stand up. He wants them to fulfill their destinies. The things that he's been talking about in terms of plans. He's a person that has a lot of ideas. I'm not sure how he documents his ideas. I'm not sure if he is a writer, but he has a method that he documents. And maybe this isn't supposed to be known for the masses, because he's telling me, I'm going to tell you code, and what I tell you, the particular details, my family will know. Okay, so out of respect for him and the privacy of his family, he says the way that he documented his ideas, they need to live that out. They need to finish that. And he has a plan and goals and ideas for every single one of them. Okay. And everything will be okay. Financially, it's just supposed to follow the plan, and everything will fall into place, and justice will be served. That's what he's telling me. This is like directly from spirit. I'm not sure. It's a Caribbean. I don't know what his ethnicity is. It's something in the Caribbean, though. We're all African Americans are mixed, but there's something deeply, I don't know if it's a particular religious aspect or just a way of spiritual life in terms of tradition with his family. He wants to be acknowledged, and he wishes that he had more of an open mind and wasn't as stubborn as he was about it, because maybe it would have revealed a lot of things for him. But he's telling me he doesn't do shoulda, coulda, woulda. He lives to the fullest. He's done everything. He wants to thank his fans and his family, and for the world, and for all the people that have ever done business with him, the various artists. He wants to say thank you for believing in him and for giving him a chance. And he is a certified G. And he is... I'm sorry, because this is like, he talks very, I want to say vulgar, but I don't want to be disrespectful on here. Like, I feel crazy, but that's the way that he's talking. He's like, I'm a thug. I'm a certified G. Like, they didn't get me. Like, it's not over. He's like, oh, they didn't tell you. Like, he says, I'm not sleep. Never will I be sleep. Like, he is... he snaps, okay, when he talks. So he comes in the room, and when you see him and when you feel his aura, there's such a dominance. There's something intriguing, whether you disagree or you agree, or like, who is this man? And that's the spiritual entities that walk with him. That is his path. He is marked, okay? So yes, when we think about him, don't think about weak things. Don't think about negative things. Don't think about shoulda, coulda, woulda. Think about, this is a man who fulfilled his duties. And if there's any remorse or anything, it's just that he wishes he had more time physically to fulfill his loved ones' emotional needs from him. But this is also for the masses in terms of a little bit of my bias. When something like this happens, we need to stay calm, and we need to be strong, and we need to send light, and we need to send love, and we need to send healing. Because what's going to happen is and I feel chills while I'm talking, he's going to get on a certain level spiritually. He's going to get higher and higher, and he's going to be able to send specific energies to the metaphysical world, especially his loved ones feel it now. They feel heavy, and they're saddened, and we need to respect the privacy of grief and the process. But he's with them strongly. His love will never die. He will never go away. He will always look out for them. But as he elevates spiritually, he will be able to do more energetically and spiritually for the people, and for people that look like him in this world, for his fans, for the industry, for the music. He lives through it. He lives through his music. When you want to call on him, you play his music, his voice, his tenor. He has special brujeria. When he speaks, we want to listen, whether we agree with it or whether we don't. There's something about it. So that in itself means, for some, we have a destiny to fulfill here in the metaphysical world. But when we cross over, it's really go time, okay? Because that's the other half of it, okay? Until he reincarnates again. So he will be with his immediate family in terms of his energy. If you draw into him, if you're wanting to kind of look to him for motivation or just to make it through. So when people listen to his music, they're in survival mode. Okay, they are hurting. They want to be motivated. They feel depressed. His music uplifts. His music solves problems. His music gets you in a specific headspace, whatever you want to call it. Like some might say, "Oh my gosh, this is too understands." Okay, if this is over you, this message isn't for you. Okay, this is for the people who understand. This is for the people who are cut from the same cloth. This is for the people who walk in his shoes. This is for the people who play his music. These are the diehard fans. It's motivational. Okay, it's powerful. So when you draw up on that energy, that is what's going to help create a newfound legacy, and he's going to be able to help in ways that he might have not been able to fully manifest as a human being. Okay, so that's all I want to say for now. Yeah, his energy is, in and out, but he's around his loved ones. He's there with them. They know exactly what to do. They know exactly what he had wanted. He's been open about it. He's talked about it. Everyone knows what time it is. But everything else in terms of what needs to be known right now is only directly for the family. So I'm going to leave it at that, and maybe we'll do an energy check just in terms of to make sure everyone's okay, and just to confirm him going into the light. But he's taking care of business. Okay, he took care of business, and he will be one of the most creative, successful, tactful businessmen in his own right. So love, healing, and light to all. And that's the energy reading on Young Dolph.